Welcome back to Great Day Houston. Hope after Harvey. That shot you just saw there shows the hope that we have in the city, because there's a record number of volunteers that have come forth to help out the Houston Area Food Bank, but that's to match a record need as well. Joining us now is Brian Greene with the Food Bank. You guys on any given day cover 18 counties. 11 of those counties were declared disaster areas. That is a monumental increase in what you normally do.
Yeah, it's not a record that we wanted to have, but we're trying to surge, and we seem to be doing it, to get to a distribution level of maybe 700,000 pounds of relief supplies per day for several weeks to come. We need a lot of volunteers in order to make that happen. The donations have been coming in from around the country, and that is helping tremendously. So the food companies, lots of communities doing food drives, really wanted to help Texas in our time of need. But the households that have been impacted, in many cases, this is a significant economic loss for them, that it's going to take, in many cases, several months for them to recuperate from.
Yeah, and let me just say that on any given day, people who come through these doors are not what you call a stereotypical person who might be in a chronic state of needing food every day, but people who just have to fill in that gap, who've fallen on hard times, lost a job, something happened that made the difference there. And so, obviously, with the storm, people who would have never thought they needed your services are finding that they need these services.
Yeah, in the first few days after the storm, we were serving, actually, you could have been a millionaire, but you were in a shelter, or your zone became actually a food desert, a little pop-up food desert. That then transitions to where it's mostly families that were middle income or maybe a little lower income, not so much ever thought that they would receive food from a food bank, but their economic loss is going to take a long time for them to overcome. And as then we transition into the long term, some of those households, it's going to take them many months before they recover. And so with our network of charities that we distribute through, we have over 200 distribution partners that are providing food and other relief services out in the neighborhoods. We're going to keep supplying to try and help those families.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I have a friend who said we might have to go to the food bank, and she said it with a little bit of the shame in her voice. And I explained to her, when you come down here, first of all, there is no shame. And this place doesn't make you feel like you should be. You know, it's a beautiful place. And you walk through the doors, you know that you're welcome. You know that there are people who are here to help you. Some of those people who are volunteers today were people who needed your services, yesterday. And so when you come through, explain kind of how it works, how somebody can access food.
Well, actually, the best way to access, you can call us. Or best if you go to the website, houstonfoodbank.org, you can click on Need Food, or you can click on Hurricane Harvey, and there are our distribution partners. So we're trying to bring the food out to you. So we have over 200 sites, partners. These are charitable agencies that they've agreed to step up and provide assistance to their neighbors in need. We have their hours, their days of operation, and their phone numbers, so you can call them, make sure that they're open, and that's how we're getting the food out in the community. So we're serving the 11 impacted counties that way, and we're running every day.
This storm has taught a lot of people lessons. I know there are a lot of parents out there who want to take their children and teach them some lessons as well about being fortunate, being blessed. And there are ways that we can help our community, all kinds of ways we've seen. And one of them is to come down here. We've seen volunteers come through here all morning long, but organized groups can come down here. Individuals come down here as well to actually sign up and volunteer to get that food packaged and out.
Yeah, so again, houstonfoodbank.org, that's how you register to volunteer. You pick your shift, you come down here. We take families with kids as young as 6 years old. We've got some of the rooms that are set up with no mechanized equipment in there, so the kids can help out with their parents. They can, get that sense of that they're making a difference in the community. We try and make as good a time with people, a good use of people's time as we possibly can. So you come in a very short time, your instructions have been given, your safety instructions, and you're making a difference.
Yeah, another way to make a difference that always works is cash, because what we could buy, you can buy much more. Your purchasing power is much greater than what we can do as individuals.
Yeah, it's the leverage that we do is actually because we almost never buy. We try to buy as little as possible, so what we're receiving is the donations from the food industry. This is their surplus, and so we're just paying the logistics costs. Because when you get right down to it, what Houston Food Bank we try to really be good at is logistics, so that we can pull in millions upon millions of pounds of supplies and then distribute through our voluntary partnerships that we have with all these other churches and other organizations that want to help in the community.
Donated food, number one, and donated labor, which is being a volunteer. And I also want to point out too that the food that people are getting, 40% of it is fresh food.
Yeah, so we years ago made the commitment that we wanted to provide healthy food at Houston Food Bank, and it's amazing how much fresh produce is wasted in the United States because people want their onions and tomatoes and everything to look absolutely perfect and big. Well, not all of them are big, and some are misshapen. So we're doing normally about 3+ tractor trailer loads per day, 6 days a week of that, and ramping up significantly for disaster relief.
All right, thank you very much. You're a jewel in our community and the largest food bank in North America. We'll be right back.